Happy New Year. The clock has just struck midnight, and it is now 2025, at least in Sydney, Australia, and on the East Coast for the most part. Brisbane is an hour behind. Perth will be in a couple of hours, and I'm sure in about the next 16 to 20 hours, the rest of the world will come into the new year as well. I do have some goals for the new year, so let's talk about what this channel is going to be doing in the new year. As I've mentioned, there is going to be a focus on doing content for Instagram, so I'm going to be doing more reviews. Don't know how regular it will be. I'm going to aim for daily. Of course, if I feel like a video is more potential to go viral or has more potential to do well on that platform, I might give it a bit of a gap, but I will see how that goes. So I'm going to be focusing on Instagram for a little bit. If it doesn't do well, then obviously I might have to reanalyze that in a couple of months, but I'm going to see how it does. Also, I have some goals for collecting. I really want to keep it to one page, so people know I have these books over here. I'm just going to move some things. Give me 2 seconds. People know I have these books that I kind of write things down in. I've got a couple of them. But I kind of want to aim to keep it to one page in terms of collecting. So each format, so like DVD, keep it to one page. VHS, keep it to one page, even though that's not going to be too hard. And Blu-ray to one page and 4K to one page. So I'm going to try to keep everything to one page. Now, probably very unsuccessfully I'll do that. But at least I want to have it there. I want to aim for doing that. Also, you'll notice that I've deleted my TikTok. That is gone. I did not see value in TikTok, as I mentioned in the previous video. I feel like TikTok have become pay to play, and they weren't pushing my content as they were supposed to do, like as you would expect from them trying to build a creator, you know? So TikTok is gone. I'm hoping you guys stick with me even though that. I know people found me from TikTok. But yeah, I believe TikTok was no longer a viable option to invest any time into, and I didn't even really want the platform still there. You know, it speaks volumes if I leave the platform. If I left I know people would have been arguing, just leave your profile there, you don't have to delete it. Yeah, but leaving the profile there shows that I'm still on the platform and thereby endorsing what they do. It's a bit of a problem when you get on TikTok and your content will be stuck at 200 views because they want you to promote it. That's how they make money. They want you to promote the video, and then they get paid up front, and then they'll give you the growth that you should be having organically, that Instagram offers organically, that Twitch offers organically. I haven't started a Twitch, but I know they're organic, and also YouTube offers organically, so they're paying for you to get that. But it's what really annoyed me. Like, I'm okay if a video doesn't do well. That's fine. Like, I know I'm not a fan. I don't think every video has to do well, but it should be given the chance to do well. And the content they're choosing to push is, I saw this one content creator, and I'm not going to mention names, and look, before I say the next part, everyone has a right to make a living. I am not against the adult entertainment industry, but for a platform that's mainly aimed at teenagers and young adults, I believe there's a bit of a problem when the content on there is, if you donate a galaxy, I will shake my, well, they call them the moo-moos, or whatever the F they call it. But this is content you see on there. There is lives I've clicked onto, and there's literally people with very loose shirts bending down like, oh, I'll just pick up this box. Like, what is TikTok doing? Are they planning to, when TikTok gets banned by the Australian government, to be renamed TikTok Hub or something? Like, what are they doing? So yeah, that's the content they're happy to push. I'm not going to be a part of it. I'm going to focus my time on Instagram, and I will not have a TikTok platform going forward. I have decided they are not viable. And at that point, I just don't care if the Australian government bans TikTok. They can do whatever they want. They can go and play with their adult entertainers. But, sorry, that was a very mean part, that last comment. I take it back. But surely when that's the content that's getting pushed the most on that platform, there's a bit of a problem. So yeah, TikTok has been wiped. That's gone. Also, yeah, I've already filmed a couple of videos. You'll see it come up the next couple of days on Instagram. I have filmed one about the WWF logo. A lot of people have questions around WWF. Why can't WWE just reuse that logo? So I have done a video around that for Instagram. I've also done one around Jaws. So I talked about the shark and, you know, the complicated history of why Steven Spielberg had to get creative. So that's something. Yeah, I kind of want to do more stuff. Like, I've got some stuff cooking this year that I'm hoping will take off. I'm hoping that I can get it done. I can't mention that because it is my other career, my day job, as I call it. But I'm hoping that you'll see me pop up on other platforms. I'm working on that, and I'm hoping that I can show you some pretty cool things, but there's a lot of hurdles with that. There's a lot of stuff that I'd have to get done before I can do that. So I am working on that. I'm hoping I can get access to some things, but yeah, I will see if I can make that a reality. You'll know when it's happening because I'll do a cross promote at some point. Not that they need promoting or I need promoting or whatever, but I think it would still be good for my fans to be able to find that content of me making other stuff officially or for an official platform. And regardless of how you feel about the platform, people know where I have my day job. I think people know at this point. I try to steer clear of it, mentioning it on here, just because people say, oh, you do that, you must know blah, 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 you must know this person, or you must know all about this, or can you tell that person to edit this out and fix that up? And I have no say editorially. Like, people don't understand, like, I just push buttons. I just type something, there we go, here you go. I literally don't have the power to do stuff like that. So I just find it better not to mention that stuff. But people have Googled me, and that's why I've occasionally mentioned on my secondary channel, the news channel that I've been doing, my opinions are my own. Most people have figured that out. Like, I don't represent anyone. They don't represent me. I am very much cautious of that. But, I am looking at doing more of that news channel, my Jamie Toomey News. I have mentioned I'm doing WrestleOz reports on there. You'll start seeing those at some point. And yeah, I'm just kind of winging it at this point. As a creator, we are heading towards 5,000 subscribers. I'm hoping we'll get there in the next month or two. We'll see how the channel does. But yeah, I'm really hopeful for what 2025 offers. I'm hoping that we will get the channel bigger than ever. If I get to the end of 2025 and I'm at 10,000 subscribers, that is a good outlet for me, a good end of the year. If I can double my subscriber count or even gain an extra 6,000 subscribers, that is good to me if I can do that. But yeah, this year I'm really watching the spend. At some point this year I may have to move, and I'm really watching that. So I am really keeping cautious of maybe pull back on the spending. Maybe I don't need everything. Maybe I have everything I really need. But there are a couple of big purchases I have that I am picking up in the new year. I believe the Marvel shows, I think there's a couple of Marvel shows, Hawkeye and so on, have come out. So I'm going to try to acquire those for my collection, keep the MCU collection going. I'm also being very picky about what I want to get. I'm hoping I can get at some point, maybe if I get to 5,000 or 10,000 subscribers or something, I can justify it. But I'm hoping I can officially, I can't cross there because that light's plugged in, but I will get around this way. Give me 2 seconds, because I know you guys love when I go around the camera and start ranting about other stuff. Let me get it down, if I can get it down without knocking Broly. There we go, it's coming down very nicely. I'm hoping at some point this year, in 2025, I can buy a full size of the WWE World Heavyweight title, or even Big Gold. I wouldn't mind Big Gold as well. I've also kept an eye on maybe getting the WWF wing deal, not the WWE one that was shown on Saturday Night's Main Event. Finding an old replica from the old WWF shop and getting the official one with the WWF logo, or getting someone who's made it with the WWF logo. But this one has always been my favorite title, and this one I'm sentimental about because this is one I got for Christmas in 2005, I think. So this one has been with me for a very long time, but I really want to go full size so I can have the actual belt, and I think that would be cool to have at the end of the year if I can justify it. But that's something I've got to really look at. Where do I want to get it from? Do I want to get it from WWE shop? Do I want to get someone to make it for me so I can have a bit more detail, so I can have a bit more, bit more designed to my liking? So I'm hoping that can happen at some point. That's something I might be looking at acquiring, more title belts. Because when you have everything, my sister gave me something for Christmas and said, I'll show you what my sister got me for Christmas. Let me bring it onto bring it on the camera, because it's pretty cool. It's a cool little thing my sister got me. So, let me just put these here. My sister got me a VHS tape of Titanic, which has the cells in it, the prints, yeah, it's pretty cool. But I have to tell my sister, the thought that counts. I love that my sister went to the effort and got it for me. I freaking love that. She knows that I'm a massive fan of Titanic. But also I was like, that's awesome. But I also have two already. And that's the thing, when you have everything, it's hard to shop for someone who has everything. But still, I love that the present. It's about the thought, you know. I love that my sister put the effort in and actually got me something. That's pretty cool. Yeah. So I also tested the Atari. The Atari 2600 Plus was pretty cool. Gave that a bit of a test. Also, while I've got this, I want to do a bit of a look at this real quick. I'll reward you because it's the first video of the year. So let's do a reward. Yeah, I got a couple of film reels here. These have been in my collection for a couple of years now. This one has Vinegar Syndrome, so I know people recognize Vinegar Syndrome as the label, but this one actually has, I keep it in a plastic, bit of plastic, because you smell it and it smells like vinegar. It's because the film is breaking down. That's an 8mm film, Super 8. And this one doesn't have Vinegar Syndrome, but also, yeah, it's another reel of Star Wars. And it's pretty cool as well. I did get it to the first frame. You can see 20th Century Fox somewhere along here. I'm not going to pull it all the way out because I don't want to reel it back in. But even the old Fox logo on the cover here, you can kind of see that in there. Pretty cool. I'll try to get the reflection there. But yeah, they're pretty cool. But yeah, I'm hoping 2025 is a good year. I'm hoping we continue on what we've been doing on YouTube. And continue on growing that fan base on Instagram. I've been telling you guys for months now that the Instagram is going to be doing more stuff. I am going to start delivering, and that's something I don't know how regularly I'm going to deliver, but I am going to be doing more on Instagram, and that's what you need to know. Yeah. I'm really going to start pulling back on collecting more. As I said, I want to try to keep them to 1 page each. So 1 page of DVDs, 1 page of thing. So all up, if I can collect, I don't know, less than 250 across all categories over the course of the year, that's a win for me. Or like 250 titles across gaming, across DVD, VHS, whatever. That would be a win, but, you know, I'm not necessarily holding myself 100% accountable to that. You know, if there's something really cool and I want it, then I'm going to buy it, you know, but I'm going to be a bit more cautious, is what I mean. That's kind of what I want to go into the new year with. And yeah, 2025, yeah. How crazy, we're in 2025 already. It still feels like, I mean, I still haven't come to terms that we're not in 2020 anymore, and we're already 5 years on. Crazy. But yeah, I've got a video on Jamie Toomey News tomorrow. I'm going to be talking about the Sony CEO. Yeah, Sony Pictures CEO, I should rather say. So Sony Pictures CEO is blaming critics for the movies doing bad. So Madam Web, Morbius, Craven. I have a bit of a take on that. That's going to be fully opinionated. I'm going to be very cautious about, like, you know, I'm not going to say anything too harsh, but I am going to really hammer down on what he said, because he's kind of blaming us as the fans, like, why aren't you seeing the movie? This is a good movie. It does feel kind of like a cash grab, and I'm going to go a bit more into that. That's a bit of a lengthy video. Also, I'm kind of looking at how I can get videos out faster. So at the moment, I'm shooting them in 4K, editing in 4K, uploading in 4K. But I'm also may analyze maybe going back down to 1080p, because me standing in front of a bookcase doesn't really need to be in 4K. But at the moment, I really like the 4K. Don't get me wrong, I really, really like the 4K, how it looks when it's shot. And it also gives me that ability to punch in if I need to. But exporting it from my edit program, which I'm using LumaFusion, I've always used LumaFusion, that is something that I'm looking at. How much bitrate does it need? What quality is okay for it? Like, I'm looking at little things that I can deliver it faster, but also, would I lose anything by going down to 1080p, you know? Most people, I don't think, are watching this for the quality. I think you guys like listening to it. Which, honestly, I might even look at potentially doing a podcast in 2025. But at the moment, I don't want to do that. I've only just really started the channel in 2024. I don't want to go down that route and delude too much, you know? Even the news channel, I had to consider very much about maybe doing that because it would dilute. The Instagram is a bit more, I want to grow that as a potential outlet, but we'll see how that goes. The Instagram I may need to analyze if it's not doing well. I may need to pull the plug on the Instagram at some point if it's not doing well. So I'm really hoping you guys will get me off the hook and go and follow that Instagram. It's in the link, the bio description down there. But yeah, this is the 2025 video, and yeah, we're in 2025. How weird. And yeah, if you like this video, like, subscribe, drop a comment. As I said, I really appreciate if you go down and follow that Instagram, and also check out Jamie Toomey News. And I'll put some videos over here. Yeah, keep an eye out on the second channel. I'm going to post a video tomorrow. And then there's going to be another video on this channel that you might be pleasantly surprised about. I'll let you know in time. As for that, thanks for watching. Catch you next one. Peace.